Oh no, not again! Okay. Say a little prayer for the Super A. Is there a patron saint of starting? I don't know. Darn. That's what happens when you don't bring the crank with ya. Howdy, cows. Howdy, pigs. Come on, little hotties. Ah. Ooh. Hi, ladies. Yeah, another good job done. What do you want, Patty? Oh, guess I'm gonna have to tend to that later too. This was a sloppy snow. First it rained, and then it snowed. So we've got unfrozen ground and mud under the snow. Let's see what the situation is here. What? Patty, now you're inside. You've been following me, I know it. They got hay, but they still bellyache because, you know, it's not the lobster thermidor hay. It's just ordinary stuff. Chomp, 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 chomp. Hey, you. How you doing? I want a place in line. I can't get to the buffet. Let me in. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until the bigger cattle are done. Watch out, you're going to get peed on. Hi, Ezra. How are you doing? You want some attention. You show me where you want to be scratched. You always show me. All right, Hill, what do you think of all this snow?
It's just insulting for March. You expect this in January, so it's like you're really ready to be done.
We can get a lot of snow in March. Some of the biggest storms come in March. It's a sad, sad day. Did you hear? The inventor of the throat lozenges died. Yep. There will be no coffin at his funeral. I'll just go back to watching the cows now. Oh, it's quite warm in here. Howdy, chickens. Times are tough and everybody's getting pinched. You know this. Everything's more expensive, including for me. And I had a chance to sit down and run through the numbers on our broilers and our pigs this morning, and the results floored me. So for our pigs, feed costs have doubled in the last 2 years, but still the single largest cost by far is butchering expense. So even more than feed, all that feed growing them out, butcher day is the biggest expense. But since feed has gone up, since feed has doubled for pigs, our overall expense, everything included for growing pigs, has gone up 25%. 25%. Now, am I going to pass that on to the customer? Our pork price is going to go up 25%? But wait, there's more. When you look at broilers, it's even worse. Worse by 3 times. Feed for broilers has gone up by 200% as well, and broiler feed's even more expensive than pig feed per pound. I know to the 1/10 of a pound how much feed we've put into an 8-week-old broiler chick when it's ready at 4.5 pounds dressed to sell. Plus the cost of chicks have almost doubled. When I add all that together and look at our total inputs, our total cost to raise a broiler, it's gone up 80% in total. Am I going to raise the cost of our chicken 80%? I don't think so. I'm getting pinched. I told you all a couple weeks ago that we're moving more out of pork and poultry, although we're still doing it, and moving more into beef. And boy, my decision couldn't have been more timely, because versus pork and poultry, our beef inputs have gone up very little. Fuel is the big thing for making hay and moving things around for beef cattle. And fuel has gone up. Fuel's double the price of what it was a couple months ago. But I only burn 150 gallons of diesel in a year for all the operations on the farm, so fuel isn't a big deal. Beef inputs are not going up like they are for poultry and pork, and it's the right business to be in for me right now. On our pork and poultry prices, it's a tough call to make. It's not like commodity pork and poultry where costs go up and down wildly depending on the commodity market. It just doesn't work that way with the local food market. So our prices have always been fairly stable. We've inched things up a little bit since we started, but if I were to ask our customers to pay that much more, I'm not sure how it would go over. So it's something that Hillary and I have talked about a lot, and I think what I'm going to do is start to kind of have conversations with customers about, well, this is what's happening. This is what's really kind of putting the vice on our farm. And then maybe when summer market starts, we'll start moving those prices up. I have to. I have no choice. It's the only logical thing to do. What's he doing? What's he gonna do next? Guess the tractor doesn't like the time change either.
You missed us.
They'll get there soon enough. What do you think, guys? We gotta take off the wrapper. Oh, those cows are really belly aching.
They're mad.
What we have here is a good old-fashioned hay bomb. Pigs love a good hay bomb in the winter. They get to dig into it, eat a lot of it, keep warm with it, itch to it. They even get a scratch from it, don't they? And it gives them plenty to do on these cold winter days. Little Peanut says, "Where's my hay? I can't get to it." Those pigs have all the luck.
Look at him, you're really enjoying it.
Peanut looks very forlorn. I guess that's about the one place on the farm that Peanut can't get into. Please bring me some hay. I deserve it. Back up for another bale. The string? That's it.
Yep, you got it.
Peanut always gets her pick of the hay.
Oh, there she is. Alright, honey.
Boy, these cattle sure are getting tall. Having them on a winter bedding pack is the best growth program I've found yet. That ought to make you happy, cattle. I'm gonna go in here and see these guys on top of Mount Bedding Pack. Here he is eating. Hi, Titus. Hey, big bud. I'm trying to get Titus in the shot. Yesterday, Titus, who's busy eating, turned 9 years old. Happy birthday, Titus. We bought Titus when he was 2 years old off of a Dexter dairy farm a little north of us. And he had been hand raised, so whenever they milked his mom, he as a calf would come into the milk parlor and the owner would handle him a lot and raised him right through that way. That's why Titus is as good natured as he is. Even at 9 years old, he's doing his job stellarly. We've had 100% pregnancy rates for the last 3 or 4 years, thanks to Titus and his buddy Orden. Titus is the calm master of the herd. He's a good anchor to have. I know this question will come up. How long will Titus remain a viable bull? How long can he remain our breeding bull? Well, the answer is kind of indefinitely. I mean, it's not something where all of a sudden he goes kaput. I expect that as he ages, we'll start to have or see him having problems, maybe mounting cattle, or maybe our overall pregnancy rate will go down, but he's got years left in him, is my belief. Dexters are a long-lived breed. Some Dexter cows live to be in their 20s and still calve. The other question that always comes up is, what about genetic diversity if you only have 2 bulls? If you just think about it on the surface, you'd say, oh, that's just 2 generations of calves or 2 years worth of calves, and then you've bred them all. But it doesn't work that way because, say with Carrie, our 14-year-old cow, we've been breeding her to Titus for the 7 years we've had her. Every year she breeds to Titus. So all those calves that she's had are able to breed to Orden without inbreeding. And so we have a program where Titus breeds he's our first line bull. He breeds all of the cows that we bought from other farms, and Orden breeds Titus's offspring should we choose to keep them. Remember, we have a cull heifer program, and one of the things we look at with cull heifers is if they have both Titus and Orden in their lineage, hey, it makes them more likely to be sent to butcher in their second year. So 9 years into raising beef, we have no genetic diversity problems, no need to do any line breeding or inbreeding, and it'll continue that way for many more years with the 2 bulls we have. And yes, eventually Titus will become too old to breed and we'll have to go looking for another bull. That'll be a sad day. Why is it that whenever we get a decent snowfall, we gotta yank one of the gravity wagons out? It's not fair. Already getting muddy. Gotta go through the snowdrift to get the wagon. Yep, pins in there. This gravity wagon is layer feed, all ready for the auger truck to come tomorrow. Let's see how they're doing with their hay bomb. Oh man, that guy's got a big butt. You got a big butt. You got some nice hams. You do. Look how big that butt is. Oh my gosh. They're already tearing away at it. These hay bombs were something I first tried last winter, and they work out really well because the pigs kind of self-fed. Sometimes we come in and just spread it around a little bit. And they eat a fair amount of it too. And one of the things I was very surprised at when I was doing the research for the forage testing video was that pigs are another animals that can digest cellulose to a fair extent as well. They have the bacteria in their gut to digest some of this stuff, not to mention all the other nutrients they get from hay. Hay is good for pigs, and it will decrease our feed consumption as well. It's good to give pigs a little fiber. And most importantly, I think it gives them something to do. You got to keep them entertained. Like that guy. Look at you. He's going back to feather his nest, I think. Where are you going with all that hay? You guys always like to come and see me, you know. Smell my boots, try and eat my boots. Just gotta come and check me out, don't you? Alright, I'm getting out of here. The pigs are gonna eat me alive. My boots, anyway. You guys got plenty of stuff to chew on now. You go play with the hay. Play in the hay. Lay by the bay. Make something out of clay, will ya? Alright, I think everybody's happy now. No small feat when you've got so many animals. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.